Hi guys, it's Camden and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys my anxiety story. So if you didn't see my last anxiety video, then you should watch it if you want to. But I got some comments, and this may not seem like a lot of people to some people, but there was like 3 other people who said they had anxiety too. So I was like, that's kind of a lot of people. Like, we all deal with the same thing. And I was actually helping them, and that made me so happy. So I'm going to make another anxiety video today, which is actually a collab with Ella Grames. And I am so excited to be collabing with her. Her channel is amazing, and she is such a great person. She has such a great personality, and I just love her videos and her channel. So make sure to check that out after this video to watch her anxiety story. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so my anxiety got really bad. Like, from what I can remember, this is like the starting point of my anxiety. So it was in 5th grade, and the year was going good. I was really excited to go to school. It was doing great. I had a great time, and then this one day I went to school and I was like volunteering. So I used to be in like the car loop to volunteer, and then she moved me into the cafeteria to hand out bags for people to get their breakfast. Anyway, I'm sorry if this is like gross, I'm really sorry, but this is what my anxiety is about. I'm really sorry. So this kid comes and he's like puking in front of me. I'm not going to get into details. This is my first ever panic attack. I literally didn't know what was happening. I was like really hot. It was freezing outside. I took off my jacket. I was tingling. I went back to class, still hot and tingling, and I was nervous for like the rest of the day until I myself got sick. And anyways, I went home. Long story. Making it short for you guys because I don't want you... I'm sorry. It's kind of disgusting, but this is really how my anxiety happened, and gotta share it in my anxiety story. So I get in the car and I tell her the story, and she's like, honey, I think you had a panic attack. Because she herself struggles with anxiety, which I just want to say thank you, Mom. I know you're probably watching this video. You have always been there for me for my very first panic attack up until now, and you've just helped me through every panic attack, every anxious feeling. So thank you, Mom, so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. Also, Dad, thank you, Dad. You have helped me a lot too. Anyways, after that, things really started to go downhill. I didn't want to go to school. I cried every morning on the way. I was throwing up every morning before I left for school. I wasn't eating breakfast. My teachers were so kind though, and they really helped me with my anxiety a lot. When I was feeling anxious and just needed to like cry it out, I would go to my principal's office and I would call my mom to talk to the principal, and it was great school. Just my anxiety was so bad. This continued for literally the whole entire school year. A vicious cycle. It was horrible. I was losing weight. I wasn't healthy. It was a terrible cycle. And I just wanted to drop out of school, but my mom helped me push through the whole school year. She said, we're just going to get through this school year. We're not going to let Satan have the victory. You are going to have the victory, and you're going to overcome this. And I'm actually so glad she did that for me, because if I did not overcome that horrible year of my life, I couldn't look back and think I won that battle and I overcame that horrible year of panic. Instead, Satan would have the victory and he would win the battle, and I don't want to let him win any of my battles. So if you're fighting a battle, remember, who do you want to win the battle? Do you and God want to have the glory, or do you want Satan to get the victory? So, like I said, that was like the huge where things went down, kind of like starting point of my anxiety that I remember. So then my parents decided to take me out of school and homeschool me, and I've been homeschooled since 6th grade up until now, and I'm in 8th grade. So I've been doing about 3 years of homeschool. And it's not just anxiety. That's not like the reason I'm homeschooled. It is part of the reason, but my parents have their own reasons. I'm not going to get into that. But I have been homeschooled, and I think it really helps. School was just not a good environment for me. I don't know. It just wasn't helpful with my anxiety. I think it just made it worse, like a lot worse. And so that was my trigger at the time. sickness. This is disgusting. I'm so sorry. So every time someone in my family was sick, I literally had a panic attack, come hide in my room, cover my ears with pillows, and it still triggers my anxiety, and I still hate it so much. So this year has just been really, really hard. I'll start with, I think, the first real panic attack of the year. It was on my birthday, May 17th, 2018, my 13th birthday. I drank a smoothie for breakfast, and then I felt weird, and I got in the panic zone. Like, no one could break me out of it. I sat on the couch, and I was in a zone, and I was like hyperventilating. I would cry and just sit there. Like, my parents could not break me out of it. I felt so weird, and I didn't know why, and it just scared me. So I was in this huge panic attack. Like, when you get in a panic attack, it is so hard to bring you out of it. So my plans were to go shopping that morning with my mom on my birthday. And this panic attack happened, and I was like, great, my birthday is ruined, and my 13th birthday is not going to be a good thing to look back on. It's horrible, and I messed it up just because of my anxiety, and I was really upset. But my mom got me into the car, and we went, and I mean, it was pretty rough because after you have a panic attack, it literally feels like you just ran a marathon. You are exhausted. You can literally barely move, and I had to literally take a nap in the car on the way home. My dad had to carry me upstairs, and I had to just go to sleep in my bed for a little while. But then when I woke up, I felt a lot better, and the rest of my birthday was great. But just anxiety is just so horrible, and so that was my 13th birthday. The next huge panic attack I can remember was in July, I'm pretty sure. There's this camp for, a summer camp for my church where you travel out of state and go to the original church building. Kind of confusing, but I wanted to go, so I told my mom, and then it started getting closer, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I don't want to go anymore. And she was like, you're going, honey, you are going. And I was like, no, I'm not. So the day comes around. A few nights before, I could not sleep. I was crying my eyes out all night long, every night leading up to it, about 3 nights leading up to it. And that day I cried the whole morning. My mom packed all my bags. I cried all the way there. Oh, it was kind of a struggle to get me in the car, and I feel so horrible that I did that. Just when you're in anxiety, you cannot get out of it. It's really hard. So I was fighting it with everything I could to get into the car, but she got me into the car. We went there, sat in the car forever. I wouldn't get out. I just cried and cried and cried, and I didn't want to go. Everyone tried to talk me out of it. I finally got out of the car, and I'm not going to the bus. I'm just sitting there crying, and everyone's looking at me, and finally I get in the bus, still crying. My dad is going with me, by the way. And I'm just like, Dad, I don't want to leave. I want to go back and see my mom. I don't want to go out of state, please. And he really helped me on that trip, a lot to overcome that. And I did have a great time. It was really fun. So I got through that one. It was a Saturday morning practice, and I don't remember exactly why I was having a panic attack. So we're just going to get to the panic attack. So I was crying and crying, and my mom was like, get dressed, honey, we have to leave soon. I was in bed, wasn't getting dressed. She's like, okay, get dressed right now, we have to leave in 2 minutes. So I got dressed, but I wouldn't get in the car. My mom was trying to drag me, and I was literally crying the whole morning. I was hyperventilating really bad, and okay, this is so scary thinking about it. Oh my gosh, so scary. I was literally sitting on the floor, hyperventilating. I kept dozing off and stopped breathing, and then I would wake up and just cry and panic. It was so weird. My mom thought I was having a seizure or something, so she got me in the car eventually, and I was muttering some weird things. I was talking as I was dozing off, and then popping awake and crying, and like it was so scary, and I don't even know why I did that. So that was so scary. I was like hyperventilating, like about to pass out, literally about to pass out. And my mom was trying to calm down my breathing. She was like, deep breath. And I was like, she got me into the car, and she was literally driving me to the hospital. I was like, Mom, where are we going? And she was like, honey, I think we need to take you to the hospital. You're acting really weird. And I was like, no, don't take me to the hospital. And then I started like to break out of panic. We pulled over and talked about it for a while. And I just like told her, every practice, Mom, I'm just so scared and I don't want to be scared anymore. And I kept apologizing to her because really I feel so horrible that I literally, my parents have to do so much for me just to get me in the car to go somewhere. And I feel so horrible about it. So I was just like, I'm so sorry, this is all my fault. Like, that was literally the worst panic attack of my life. And it was really, really bad. Nothing compares to that, really. It was so scary. So ever since that panic attack, I've been feeling anxious almost every single day. It's just gotten really bad lately. But yeah, I recently quit gymnastics, which is literally crazy, and I don't know if I made the right choice. I don't know if it's because of anxiety. I don't know if it's just because I just didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know if I made the right decision, and it's really hard, but I have been feeling a little better after quitting and just having like a break from all the stress I was putting on myself. It feels a lot better. I do miss gymnastics. I do. Like, deep down, I love it, and I don't know if I made the right decision because, like, it was my dream, and I just threw it all away. And, like, anxiety is making me do this. It's making me miss out on things in life. And my mom, she missed out on a lot of things personally, and she did not want me to miss out on things in life like she did. So she's trying to help me overcome my anxiety, which I'm really thankful for, because if I didn't, then I would always look back and see I didn't overcome that. I let it win. I have an example. So youth group, I started going to youth group, and it was good for a while. Then I had a panic attack there. Like I said, it's like a monkey on your back. I'm also like really bad at making friends. I'm really shy. I don't talk to people unless they talk to me. No one was talking to me because I was probably not talking to anyone, and I looked like I was mean, and I didn't want to talk to anyone because I just sat there waiting for someone to talk to me, and it's horrible. I was like, Mom, no one likes me. I don't have any friends. I can't go back there. Had a panic attack. So I quit that. I don't go anymore, and that's pretty horrible. I think I'm going to try to go soon because I need to get back to youth group. I think that's where I'm gonna stop this video. I don't want to talk forever. I could probably rant on and on about anxiety, but that is pretty much my anxiety story for like when it initially started really bad until where I am now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you made it to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching the whole thing. Don't forget to check out Ella's video. It'll be linked down below in the iCard, wherever. And her video is so great. I already got to see it, so go check it out. Yeah, if you want to see her anxiety story. That's all for today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Canvas Day 6. Bye, guys.